It's been a huge week over in Ligue for the big boys, Lyon, Lille and PSG, as they all put 3 points in the bag and keep moving the chains. But what about the chasing back? We'll take a little look next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction today. We'll take a look at match number 29 out in Bonjour, Ligue 1. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe, hit your bang up today with all things Blackburn related, Ligue 1 related, world football related. We're going to know here. Under one Ruski. That's right, boys and girls. PSG and the boys keep on keeping on. But, of course, the likes of Marseille did drop some points. We'll take a look at all of that in a minute. Of course, before all that, we want a big shout out to the VIP band of brothers. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Patreon, boys and girls. That's right. Big shout out to my Patreon support the channel as it stands. I do appreciate that support. If any one of those people out there that are interested in becoming the latest member of that band of many men and many women, of course, check out the link down below. Patreon.com/Roverseas. But before all that, let's get into the deep end, of course, and take a look at how we all got on. Here we bloody go then, kicking it all off with, of course, a recap of my picks, and hopefully they're ready. They are ready. Here we bloody go, kicking it all off. I think it was Brest up against Dijon Mustard. That ended up as a 3-1 win for Brest, cheeky, with the goals coming from Frank Honorat, Steve Mounier as well, Ivan Cardona as well, Roger Alsal on the score sheet for, of course, Dijon, but not good enough for them. I just remember the 1-0 win for Brest, and it was pretty close to the money. Meanwhile, Lyon, they did beat Rennes in a big of a close one here, 1-0 in the end, only the final score there. Houssem Aouar, the score sheet, of course, linked with Arsenal in the past. They're probably going to move in the summer, I suspect. Of course, and I got the 1-2-1, so not too shabby as well for me. Metz against Angers. That ended up as a 1-0 win for Angers in the end. Actually, remember the 1-1 draw. Decent game, this one as well, close. Angela Fulgini on the score sheet for the 44th minute for the penalty spot, giving Angers the win. Alexander Ukadeji got himself sent off in the 92nd minute to really make it a terrible afternoon for Metz in the end. Meanwhile, Nice up against Nîmes was a big fat win for Nice, which was very nice. 2-1 in the end, which also is very nice because they got that one bang on the bloody nose. Army Goody on the score sheet. Alexis Claude Maurice as well, with Lorik Landry on the score sheet for Nîmes. And again, got that one bang on the bloody nose. Saint-Étienne against Lens ended up as a win for Lens. 3-2 in the end. Goals galore on this one, of course. Florian Shokoto with a big fat penalty. Armand Kukitindo and David Da Costa on the score sheet for Lens before Hario Makundi and Dennis Boujanja on the score sheet for Saint-Étienne as they try to make a meal out of it, but too little, too late on that badger in the end. 1-0 for me for Saint-Étienne, so not too shabby. Went the wrong way. I went with Saint-Étienne scoreline, went with Lens. Meanwhile, PSG, not big, not impressive, but just enough. 1-0 winners over Bordeaux in Bordeaux. Goal scorers Pablo Sadieba on the score sheet, giving them the win. So of course, they also had Champions League action just the other day to go through. They're already there. Meanwhile, Lille against Olympique Marseille, tight on this one, but it went in favour of Lille 2-0 in the end. Goal scorers for Lille were, of course, Jonathan David with a couple of goals there. Been a success for him since he's made the push there. 2 late goals in the 90-minute plus. Goodness gracious me. I actually remember the 2-1 for Lille, so not too shabby. Meanwhile, Montpellier against Lorient ended up all square. 1-1. Called it, boys. Called it, guys. 0-0 draw for me. Andrian Gabic on the score sheet for Lorient. Stephen Mafidi on the score sheet for, of course, Montpellier as they points were split right down the middle. Nantes did lose to Reims in the end. 2-1. I went with a 1-1 draw. Goals were Grishan Kunan on the score sheet with Univis Abelhabadad as well, with Moses Simon on the score sheet with Nantes, but again, too little, too late. Not good enough for them. And of course, at the end there, Strasbourg, they did beat Monaco, surprise, with a 1-0 win over the Monacoians. Frederick Goulbert on the score sheet in the 91st minute. That was the week. What about, well, I went 2-1 win for Monaco, but of course we had a bit of a bonus. Of course, Marseille did play Rennes in the midweek. Michael Coussant, that's why we were a little bit late. 1-0 final score on that one. I actually won the draw, so I got it pretty wrong. So I got myself 6 out of maybe 11, something like that, which is okay. But the table looks like this at the moment. Whoa. I say it. The table looks like this at the moment. It does. It'll get there. Come on, hamster. Speed it up a little bit. Dijon Mustard, of course, going down with 15 points. Of course, Nantes and Nîmes in the discussion as well. We can't rule out Lorient at the moment either. They're still in that mix as well. Further up the table, of course, we've got Lens in 5th, Monaco in 4th, and of course, we have the Power 3, Lyon, PSG, and Lille. Of course, it could all change. Any one of those 3 teams could be top of the table at the end of this match day. Well, let's get into it, of course. Before that, though, have a look at your picks. Let's get into it. Here we bloody go. Odds 3, Shitface Gang 4-7. Straight face club. And if you get 8+, you're bloody absolutely fantastic. Well, let's kick it off with Nathan Eva. You did good, brother. You did absolutely good. Fair play to you. Of course, Game Charlie also did pretty well, in fact. Actually hitting it out of the park. Well done, well done. Meanwhile, Cody Cahoe also did very, very well. Of course, the D-Man also did very, 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 very well. Give him a round of applause. Olaji Ojo did fabulous, of course. Okay, did okay. Of course, I'm Stringer did bits. Tom Stain also did absolutely fantastic. Amaji Monday did good. Of course, Russell Frost did very, very well. Of course, Costas K, he's okay. I say I do did shite. James B. are great. You did good. Not great, but good. Escamille, well done to you. Of course, fabulous. Of course, we like that. Shane O'Donnell did absolutely banging as well. Georgie Isaac also did good. Hans Worst not too shabby. Of course, Shabbat also did absolutely fantastic. And Yannick also did great. Yeah, Ultra Romero, well played. Of course, you, Vincent Long, did good. And Yannick Siegfried also did very, very well. What's that done to the overall leaderboard? Well, let's have a little look. Here it comes at you. Of course, the leaderboard for this week. I see, I do. You did shite. You're the only one who did shite. As for the tasting pack, we've got 3 kings for this week. Gaming Charlie, the D-Man, and Tom Stainer. They're well the crown for this week in match number 28 out in League. Alaji Ojo was, of course, close to the money, but unfortunately he just misses out. As for the overall big deal, who is the overall kingpin for the week? Well, I think I know who it is. It's actually Hans Worst. Well, coming out of nowhere with, of course, leading the pack. Of course, 49% success rate for the season. Magic Monday's just on the cusp, as is Gaming Charlie. This was a tight one. It could go either way. I could even rule in okay, and maybe even the likes all the way down to possibly even top 11. I think it's that tight, and that's what we want. We want a close for race. But Hans Worst is the king, the overall king. Give him the respect he's due. He's bossed the division all season, and he's here right now. Anyway, but of course, I could all change right here, right now, as we go to the next round of matches, which will kick off this Friday, actually. Reims against Lyon, of course. All eyes on this one then, as they played each other in the last 6, 2 apiece, 2 bloody draws as well. Last time around in Reims was a draw. It was back in December 2019. Maffeo Catato on the score sheet for Reims. Of course, Lucas Toussart on the score sheet for Lyon. They also played each other this season out in Lyon. That was back in November. It was a 3-0 win for Lyon. Lyon, though, undefeated in 23 of the last 25 matches in Ligue 1. Whereas Reims have actually drawn the last 3 at home. They come into this unbeaten the last 4. That's Reims, picking up 3 draws and a win to boot. Meanwhile, unbeaten the last 4 for Lyon, picking up 3 wins and a draw. Quickly, the bookies odds would say that I'm sure, matey boys, Lyon will be your favourites on this one. We'll take a closer look as we get into it. There it comes right now. Of course, Reims are 61 for the victory, 20-9 on is your Lyon. Of course, 7-2 is the draw. A win for Reims, currently all the way down into, where are they? They're actually in, they've made a push. Can't see them. 12th at the table, but with them they could actually move up to 11th, whereas Lyon are 3rd, and with them they could go top at least for 24 hours, give or take. I'm going to go with a win for Lyon on this one to get the 3 points, get moving to the top of the table, but again, for a limited time only. Next up, of course, Angers, taking, of course, Saint-Étienne. They put each other the last 6, 2 wins apiece and 2 bloody draws. Last time around in Angers was a 1-0 win. Sorry, it was a 4-1 win back in 2019, of course. Goal scorers on that day. Casimir Ninga on the score sheet with a hat-trick, of course, Pierre-Eric Cabelli as well, with Arnaud Nundin on the score sheet for Saint-Étienne. They also mentioned that this season in Saint-Étienne was a 0-0 draw back in, of course, December. Heading into this, just 1 win in the past 5 games for Saint-Étienne. The 1 win was against Rennes. Meanwhile, 4 games without a win. That's Angers picking up back-to-back wins, though. So looking very, very good. The difficult team to beat. Look at the bookies odds. 6-4 for Angers. 11-5 is draw. 90-10 is your Saint-Étienne. Saint-Étienne coming to in 16th. And with them, they could actually go as high as 14th. Whereas Angers are all the way up into 9th. But with them, they could actually go as high as 6th in the bloody table. Oh, yes, indeed. I'm going to go with a win on this one for Angers. Take the 3 points. Move the bloody chains. Next up, we have Marseille taking on Brest. This is on Friday, Saturday as well. Picture of the last 6, 4 wins for Marseille, 1 for Brest, 1 draw as well. Last time round in Marseille was a 2-1 win for Marseille back in November 2019. Bouna Sarr on the score sheet. Nemanja Ranacic as well, with Ivan Cadona on the score sheet for Brest. They also put each other this season in Brest back in August. I think it was towards the start of the season. Florian Thauvin as well, with Duja Kaletakar with a couple of goals as well. Romain Favre and Gaetan Chabanier on the score sheet for Brest. Heading into this, though, Marseille have actually won their last 4 matches against Brest in all comps, whereas Brest have actually won the last 8 away matches in Ligue 1. They come into this, Brest just 1 win the past 5. That one was against Dijon at home. Meanwhile, just 1 win the past 5 for Marseille. That one was against Rennes at home midweek. Look at the bookies odds on this one, then, shall we? Of course, Marseille will probably be your favourites. 2019 on for the victory. 23-10 is your draw. 16-5 is, of course, your Brest. Brest sitting, of course, 13th, but a win for them. They could actually move as 11th, as Marseille as 6th. A win for them. They could actually move as high as 5th. I think Marseille will nick this one with a 1-0 win in the end. Moving into Sunday's matches, jam-packed schedule on Sunday. We've got Nîmes taking, of course, Montpellier. Played each other the last 6, 2 wins apiece. victories, 2 draws. Of course, last round in Nîmes was a bloody 1-1 draw back in February 2019. Lorient Landry on the score sheet for Nîmes, of course, Andy Delot on the score sheet, of course, from Montpellier. They also played each other this season in Montpellier. It was a 1-win for Nîmes. Montpellier were undefeated in the last 6 matches in Ligue 1. They come into this picking up 4 wins and 2 draws to boot the last 6. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 5 for Nîmes, and 1 defeat was against Nice just the other day. So 2 teams in pretty good form. Look at the bookies odds on this one, shall we? We've got Nîmes 94 for the victory, 23-20 is your Montpellier, 13-5 is your draw. Nîmes are all the way down, and of course, in the relegation playoff at the moment, but a win could see them leapfrog Lorient up to 17th, where Montpellier are in 8th. A win for them, they could move up to 6th in the table, depending on what goes on elsewhere. Going to go with Montpellier with a 1-0 win over Nîmes, take 3 points. Dijon mustard. Taking, of course, Bordeaux this season, of course, played each other. Well, they've played each other 6 seasons in recent times. Scores 5 wins for Bordeaux, nothing for Dijon, and 1 draw. Last round in Dijon was a 2-0 win for Bordeaux back in August 2019. Hwang Ujou on the score sheet with Loris Bento as well. They also played each other this season. After, of course, Bordeaux was a 3-0 win back in October. Dijon, though, losing their last 8 matches. Also failed to score 9 last 10 at home. Bordeaux have actually lost 6 of the last 7 matches as well in pretty shitty form. They're only positive for any of these 2 sides. Was a draw for Bordeaux back in the middle on Valentine's Day against Marseille. So 2 teams in shit ass form. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? We've got Dijon coming at you 30-5 for the victory, 5-2 is your draw, 21-20 is your Bordeaux. Bordeaux currently sit in, of course, 15th, but a win for them, they could jump all the way up to 11th. Whereas opposition, Dijon, they're actually en route to the foot of the table, but a win for them, they could close in on Nantes. Can't see it happening. Going to go with the Bordeaux win 2-1 in the end. Difficult one next up. We've got Lens up against Metz, of course, 2 of the sort of teams that are batted above their weight this season. Last 2 wins for Lens, 3 for Metz, 1 draw. Last round in Lens, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2019. Of course, that was in Ligue 2, of course, but they also played this season, and it was in Metz. It was a 2-0 win for Metz. Lens undefeated, though, in the last 7 matches, scoring at least 2 goals in the last 3. They come into this, what was that record? They are undefeated in the last 7 matches. They are undefeated the last 7 matches. However, that's in League. Oh, of course, but the last 6, they've actually lost 1, and that last one was against Red Star. I think it's Red Star, out in the French Cup. That's right. Meanwhile, on the flip side, just 1 defeat past 4 for Metz. That 1 defeat was against Angers quite recently as well. So 2 teams, though, in good form. It should be a good, tight match. Of course, 2017 on is your Lens, 7-2 is your Metz, 12-5 is your draw. Metz are in 7th, and win for them, they could actually move as high as 5th. Sitting in 5th are Lens, and win for them, they could close in on 4th. I think this is tight. Going to go with a 2-0 win, though, for Lens, believe it or not. Next up, however, of course, Lorient taking, of course, Nice, which is very nice. Of course, played each other the last 6, 1 win for Lorient, 3 for Nice, 2 draws. Last round in Lorient was a 1-0 win for Nice back in February 2017. William Cyprian on score sheet, of course, for Nice. Mario Balotelli got himself sent off. They also played each other this season back in Nice, which was 2-2 draw, which wasn't very nice, of course, back in, of course, December. Jordan Latomba on the score sheet, Jeff Rainey at Delielli as well on score sheet with Telif Mofi, Adrian Garbic on the score sheet as well. Robson Bamboo got himself sent off for Nice. Heading into this, though, Nice just 1 defeat the past 3, of course, losing to Monaco just the other day in the French Cup. 1 defeat of the past 3 for Lorient as well. The 1 defeat was against somebody Puy and the French Cup as well. In fact, it's just 1 win out of the past 6 for Lorient. That was against Saint-Étienne back on the 28th of February. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? We've got Lorient coming at you. Where are you? 31-20 for the victory, 11-5 is your draw, 50-8 is your Nice. Of course, Lorient coming into this in 17th, and win for them, they can move up to 16th. Whereas their opposition, Nice, are actually up to 11th at the moment, and win for them, they can move into the top 10. I think they'll get the win in. They've got the bit of opportunity right now, and I think it's going to be a 2-0 win for Nice. Nice. Next up, we go with Rennes up against Strasbourg. Played the last 6, 3 for Rennes, 2 for Strasbourg, 1 draw. Last round in Rennes was a 4-1 win for Strasbourg, goodness gracious me, back in December 2018. Adrian Thomas and Jonas Martin with a couple of goals there, Pablo Martinez as well, Ismail Assar on the score sheet for Rennes. However, they also played this season out in Strasbourg as a 1-1 draw back in, of course, November 2020. Adrian Thomas on the score sheet, Adrian Hunuhu on the score sheet for Rennes. Stefan Mitrovic got himself sent off. Rennes have actually lost the last 5 matches in the division. They come into this, in fact, she's 6 defeats on the spin in all comps, including losing in the French Cup. Meanwhile, unbeaten in the last 4, that's Strasbourg picking up 2 wins and 2 draws to boot. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? We've got Rennes 65 for the victory, 5-2 is your Strasbourg, 11-5 is your draw. Strasbourg down to 14th, but a win for them, they can move up to 11th. Rennes are in 10th, and a win for them, they could actually move as high as 7th in the bloody table. Late push for European honours. Again, I'm going to go with Rennes on this one, 3-1 win in the end. Into the final 2, got Monaco against Lille. Fruity, this one, of course, played to the last 6, 3 for Monaco, 2 for Lille, 1 draw. Last round in Monaco was a 5-1 win for Monaco back in December 2019. Gelson Martis Martinez, Kite Balde, Camille Gilic, and Wissam Ben Yedder with a brace, with Victor Osimhen on score sheet for Lille. Of course, Dusan Subicevic got himself sent off. They also mentioned that this season in Lille, it was a 2-1 win for Lille. Jonathan David, Yusuf Yutzi, and of course Petro Pellegrini on the score sheet, of course, from Monaco. That was, of course, back in December this season. Lille have actually won the last 7 away matches. Monaco scored at least 2 goals in the last 6 at home. Difficult one, this one to call. Lille just 1 defeat the past 5. That 1 defeat was against Ajax in the Europa League. Meanwhile, 1 defeat the past 6 for Monaco. That was against Strasbourg, a couple games back. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Got Monaco 11-8 for the victory, 9-4 is your Lille, 21-10 is your draw. Monaco sit in 4th for win for them. They could close it in on 3rd. And of course, Lille are top of the pops. And a win for them, they'll be top of the pops no matter what. Going to go with a 2-2 draw on someone, which could open up the floodgates for the likes of Lyon and PSG. And speaking of PSG, they can take on Nantes this weekend. Pleasure of the last 6, 5 wins for PSG, 1 for Nantes, no draws last time around. In PSG, it was a 2-0 win for PSG. Mbappe and Neymar on the score sheet. Of course, in a 2-0 win back in December 2019. They also pleasure that this in Nantes, it was a 3-0 win for PSG. Herrera, Mbappe, and Saliba on the score sheet. Nantes failing to win 18 last 19 matches in Ligue 1. They look like they're going down. Actually, just 1 defeat though the past 4 games for Nantes. That 1 defeat was against Reims, of course, just the other day. Meanwhile, PSG 1 defeat the past 6. That 1 defeat was against Monaco, all the way back on the 21st of February. For me, though, PSG will win this one comfortably 3-0 in the end. And if I'm right, which I bloody well hope so, this is what the table will look like at the end of it. Here we bloody go. It'll be PSG leading the table, of course, on goal difference over Lille, who are in 2nd. Olympique Lyon down to 3rd. Of course, Monaco to 4th, Lens 5th, and then there's just chasing back. Nîmes going in the playoff discussion at the moment, but Nantes and Dijon will go down if the season was to end today. But that's what I think, of course, boys. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early for this, and we'll do it all again, of course, next week. But until then, be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and of course, if you want to support the channel in another way, you could become the latest member of the Patreon gang. Check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. Check that sucker out, and we'll do it all again very, very soon. Until then, though, mask up, 6 feet, of course, and of course, cheer on the boys. That's it. Until then, I'm out.